I smelled smoke before I ever saw the flames. At first I thought it was my old mind playing tricks on me again, another phantom memory drifting up from the days when my wife would burn toast and insist it added character to breakfast. But this wasn't toast. This was thick, bitter smoke that wormed under my bedroom door like a warning. By the time I opened it, the hallway was already orange. I shouted my son's name. I shouted again. No answer. The rest of that night is a blur, heat clawing at my skin, firefighters dragging me out, me coughing up ashes on the lawn while my entire life burned down in front of me. My house wasn't big, but every inch of it held something of my late wife. Our photos, her stupid ceramic birds, the quilt she sewed for our first anniversary. I watched them turn black, then grey, then nothing. And my son, he didn't come to the hospital. He didn't call. He didn't even ask if I survived. The police later said the fire wasn't an accident. He'd used gasoline. Gasoline. My own boy. The next time I saw him, he was signing papers at the nursing home, handing me off like an unwanted package. His eyes were cold. I don't know when that coldness had first taken root. Maybe it was always there, and I refused to see it. Dad, he said, not meeting my gaze, this is the best place for you. The last place for me, he meant. A place to forget me. A place where he wouldn't have to feel guilty. But guilt has a way of coming back. And so does truth. The nursing home wasn't cruel, just lonely. Mornings smelled of disinfectant instead of coffee. The television in the common room was always too loud. Old folks slept in wheelchairs, mouths open, waiting for visitors who rarely came. I waited too. But my son never appeared. I spent my days remembering the man he used to be, the boy who laughed at the kite I built, the teenager who cried when his mother died, the young man I helped through college. Where did he go? What twisted him into someone capable of burning down his childhood home and nearly burning me with it? One afternoon, while I was staring out the window, Nurse Alicia approached. She was young, warm-eyed, with the kind of smile that made you believe things could be better. "Grandpa," she said, "everyone here called me that. There's someone asking for you, says he's family." My heart lurched. Could it be him? Had he come to apologize? But when the visitor walked in, he wasn't my son. He was a boy, maybe 15, lanky, nervous, fists clenched at his sides, and he had my eyes. "Grandpa," he said hesitantly. I blinked. "You know me." He nodded. "I'm Ibrahim, your grandson." My heart cracked in a place I didn't know still existed. I didn't know my son had a child, and I certainly didn't know that child knew anything about me. I let the boy sit beside me. He kept glancing at the door like he was afraid someone had followed him. "I shouldn't be here," he whispered. "Dad said you didn't want to see us." I felt something hot and bitter rise in my throat. My son had lied to him too. "Why did you come, kiddo?" He swallowed. "Because Dad said you burned the house down, but I heard him arguing with Mom one night. She said he had ruined your life, that he didn't want anyone to find out what he did." I closed my eyes. So the truth had leaked after all. "Grandpa," Ibrahim said softly, "did he really try to hurt you?" I looked at the boy, my blood, my daughter-in-law's gentle eyes and my own stubborn jaw, and I knew lies wouldn't protect him. Not anymore. "Yes," I said quietly, "he did." The boy's breath shook. "I want to help you," he said. "Mom does too. She said we should have come a long time ago. She just didn't know how." Hope, small, fragile, trembling, came alive in me again. 2 days later, Ibrahim returned with his mother. She sat across from me, shoulders tight, eyes red from hidden tears. "I'm sorry," she said. "I should have told you about Ibrahim. I should have come sooner. I didn't know what he'd done to you. He always said you hated him." "I never hated my boy," I said. "I just hated what he became." She touched my hand. "We want to get you out of here." The words settled on me like sunlight after a long winter, but I knew it wouldn't be simple. "What about him?" I asked. She hesitated. "He's changed. Worse, he hides money, he drinks, he's cruel, he's not the man I married. I think burning your house was only the beginning. I understood then, she wasn't just saving me. She was saving her son, protecting him from a man sliding into darkness. We'll do it together, I told her. The next months were a quiet war. Meetings with lawyers. Statements. Paperwork proving the fire wasn't my fault. Proving I wasn't incapable. Proving my son had manipulated everything, my accounts, my medical forms, even my signature. He didn't know any of this was happening. Not yet. But truth has claws. When the authorities finally confronted him, he responded exactly as I expected. Anger, denial, shifting blame. He shouted that I was senile, that I was turning his family against him, that I deserved the nursing home. I watched him from the hallway, hidden from his sight. Ibrahim stood beside me, fists trembling with outrage. "That's not my father," he whispered. "No," I said softly, "but you don't have to become him." He looked up at me, eyes shining, and in that moment I felt something I hadn't felt in years: purpose. The day I left the nursing home, Nurse Alicia hugged me. "Take care of yourself, Grandpa." I smiled. I intend to. My daughter-in-law helped me settle into her home. Ibrahim carried my suitcase like a soldier on a mission. That evening, we ate biryani together, laughing softly under the warm kitchen lights. When I went to bed, for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel abandoned. I felt chosen. My house was gone. My savings were bruised. My heart had been broken more than once. But I had a grandson. I had a family that wanted me. And I had survived again. As I drifted to sleep, I thought of my son. I didn't know what would become of him. Court, treatment, consequences, he'd face all of it. But me, I was beginning again. An old man with a new home. A grandpa with a second chance. And this time, no one was going to burn it down.